Hello everyone, I'm Tom Glover, Chief Revenue Officer at Responsive Technology Partners, where I specialize in cybersecurity and risk management. Today, I want to talk about a critical emerging threat that most businesses aren't adequately preparing for: quantum computing and its impact on security. When I mention quantum computing to business leaders, I typically get one of two reactions: either complete confusion or dismissal as something too far in the future to worry about today. Both of these perspectives can lead to dangerous complacency. Let me explain why quantum computing matters to your business security right now. Traditional computers use bits, binary digits that are either 0 or 1. Quantum computers use quantum bits or qubits, which can exist in multiple states simultaneously. This property, called superposition, along with another quantum phenomenon called entanglement, allows quantum computers to solve certain problems exponentially faster than classical computers. This sounds impressive until you realize what it means for your current security infrastructure. The encryption that protects virtually all of your sensitive business data today relies on mathematical problems that are incredibly difficult for traditional computers to solve. Problems like factoring large numbers form the backbone of RSA and other encryption standards that protect our digital assets. Quantum computers, particularly those implementing an algorithm called Shor's algorithm, could potentially break these encryption methods in hours or minutes, rather than the billions of years it would take classical computers. This isn't science fiction, it's mathematics, and the implications for your business are profound. Every piece of data that's protected by current public key encryption standards becomes vulnerable once quantum computers reach sufficient scale and stability. That includes financial records, intellectual property, customer information, and strategic plans. Now, many leaders believe this threat is still decades away. This is a dangerous misconception. While fully functional, large-scale quantum computers might be several years off. The groundwork for quantum vulnerability is being laid today. Major technology companies and governments are investing billions in quantum research. Advances in quantum error correction and qubit stability are accelerating development timelines, and perhaps most concerning is what we call the harvest now, decrypt later threat. Adversaries are already collecting encrypted data with the expectation of decrypting it when quantum computing becomes available. This means that sensitive information with long-term value, trade secrets, strategic plans, and certain personal data could be compromised even if it takes another decade for quantum computers to break current encryption. The attacks of tomorrow are being staged today. Despite these sobering realities, there's good news. The security community isn't standing still. Cryptographers have been developing quantum-resistant encryption algorithms designed to withstand quantum attacks. In 2022, NIST selected the first set of these algorithms, signaling the beginning of a global transition to quantum-resistant security. For business leaders, the question isn't whether to transition to quantum-resistant security, it's how quickly and comprehensively to do so. This transition requires a systematic approach that includes: first, conducting an encryption inventory. You need to understand where and how encryption is used across your systems, applications, and data exchanges. Second, performing a risk assessment. Not all data requires immediate protection from quantum threats. You should prioritize based on sensitivity and longevity. Third, building crypto agility. Your systems need the flexibility to swap out encryption algorithms without massive redevelopment as post-quantum standards evolve. Fourth, aligning with standards. Follow developments from NIST, ISO, and other standards bodies to ensure your approaches align with emerging best practices. And fifth, securing your supply chain. Your vendors and partners represent potential quantum vulnerability points. Comprehensive security requires pushing quantum awareness throughout your business ecosystem. As a business leader, you don't need to become a quantum physicist to prepare your organization. What you do need is a strategic approach to quantum readiness. Begin by educating your board and executive team about quantum risks. Security decisions require leadership buy-in, especially when they involve investments that might not show immediate returns. Designate responsibility for quantum security readiness within your organization. Whether this falls to your CISO, CTO, or a dedicated team, someone needs to own this initiative. Develop a quantum risk assessment specific to your organization's data, systems, and risk profile. Create a roadmap for quantum readiness that includes near-term, mid-term, and long-term objectives. And engage with standards bodies and security communities focused on quantum readiness. The landscape is evolving rapidly, and staying current requires active participation. Perhaps the most valuable aspect of the quantum security challenge is how it highlights the need for forward-thinking risk management. Too often, organizations address security threats reactively, waiting until a vulnerability becomes an active exploit before taking action. Quantum computing offers a rare opportunity. We can see this disruption coming years in advance. Organizations that treat quantum security as just another IT project will find themselves scrambling when quantum computing reaches maturity. Those that recognize it as a fundamental shift requiring strategic preparation will not only protect themselves from quantum threats, but will likely emerge stronger and more resilient in other areas as well. The quantum future is approaching faster than most realize. The question for you as a business leader isn't whether quantum computing will impact your security, it's whether you'll be prepared when it does. I hope you found this information helpful. Please read our full blog post on this topic for more detailed insights on quantum computing and security readiness. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and share it with others who might benefit. Thank you for watching.